Okay, I'm going to kind of go through the process of installing a Lara parachute, or it's applicable to any type of parachute, into a covert harness. It's something that most folks have to do when they order a new harness, so I figured that if I did it on video and posted it, it would be kind of a better explanation of the process than trying to write it down in a manual. So the first thing that we want to do when the covert harness gets here and you have your existing parachute, in this case I'm installing a new Lara parachute. The parachute comes in, or more commonly your own parachute that you already own has its own deployment bag, but the harness has a very particular deployment bag. It's a standard Lara deployment bag, but it has a paddle assembly sewn to the handle to interact with the harness so that it's secured into the harness correctly when it's installed. So the first thing to do when you receive your covert is sort of prepare everything, and what I like to do is I put the parachute that I'm going to install, I make sure that I have 4 rubber bands. They're not specialty rubber bands, so they're basically there to just sort of be an extra set of hands when you're trying to remove one parachute from the parachute from one deployment bag and install it in the other. So I like to have 4 rubber bands handy, and I also like to have 2 pieces of string. I use old paraglider cord, but you can use any kind of string. Anybody who's installed parachutes is familiar with this process, and the string is basically to, as you'll see, pull the bungees up through with the grommets to insert your parachute pins to secure the parachute. So I have all this stuff ready. Next, I'm going to go ahead and remove the deployment bag that comes with the covert. And the way I do this is I'll lay the new harness face down with the back of the harness facing up. What that does is when the harness is open and laying flat, it adds all this extra slack in the material and allows for sort of a greater maneuverability or greater freedom in the skin tension. The harness doesn't end up fighting you when you're trying to install the parachute. So I pull the paddle out and make sure that the Velcro is detached, and then I go ahead and separate the zippers, the bridle rip zipper and the 2 Bombay door zippers. And just get them started and remove the deployment bag that comes with the harness. As you can see, when you look inside here, inside the harness is an area. It's fairly self-explanatory as to how the parachute goes in and where it fits. Now, in this storage area, there's what I refer to as a cutout, or an area of neoprene that creates a scoop or a depressed area in the parachute area to store the bridle.